So CMT is a leading technology company with a platform that makes the world's roads and drivers safer. We work with the majority of the top US auto insurance companies. We also work with some of the biggest brands in the world, from within the gig economy, auto manufacturers, OEMs, and we work in countries all around the globe. We've got programs in multiple countries with tens of millions of people using our platform every month. There's three major things that we look for in any candidate that we interview. And I think the most important one is the ability to manage ambiguity. So as a scaling startup, we don't have a playbook for everything, and we're constantly coming across new challenges and new problems. So the ability to manage ambiguity is crucial. The second is nimble learning. So again, as a scaling company, we again constantly solving new problems. We need people that can learn new technologies, learn new ways of doing things. And then the third thing that we look for is the ability to collaborate. And there's so many skills that encompass that, but as a global company with offices around the world that hires a bunch of smart people, you need to be able to communicate and collaborate with a diverse set of people across the globe. So our interview process is pretty simple. There's only three components. It's the recruiter phone screen, and that's a high-level conversation with one of our recruiters to talk about your background, learn more about CMT, and answer high-level questions. Second is a phone call or a Zoom with the hiring manager, and this is a deeper dive into the role, your background, and a little bit more technical than the recruiter phone screen. And if that goes well, you go to our face-to-face interview process. And I say face-to-face, but most of the time we do this via Zoom. And depending on the role and level of the position, there's going to be different things like a presentation or some homework. But anything that we do in that face-to-face interview, we're going to communicate it before. We don't like surprises. We're going to give you as much information up front so you're prepared and you can show your best self in our face-to-face interview process. In order for you to stand out for a role, this advice I think applies to CMT and really any company, but when we write a job description, we're very specific on requirements for the job versus nice to have. So in your resume, clearly demonstrate why you are technically qualified. If we list 3 or 4 bullets, we want one of our recruiters to be able to clearly see that you are qualified for the job. If we have a certain amount of years of experience, make sure that it's clearly outlined in your resume. The other thing that we look for, it's a bit softer, but we have a great mission. We are trying to change the world, make the world's roads and drivers safer. We want people that are really excited by that mission. So it's not required, but if you want to put in a cover letter, or there is an opportunity to write a little bit about yourself. But if you are genuinely interested in our mission and vision, we want to see that and clearly articulated why you are interested in CMT. Those two things are going to make you stand out above any other applicant. So I think that CMT is probably, there's so many things. I know we don't have a couple of hours to talk about all the great things about CMT, but I think we're people use the term unicorn, and I think they're just sort of, a lot of times it's thrown around, but I really believe that we are a unicorn in the sense that we're a mission-driven company that's doing good for the world. And we actually are doing good for the world. We have data that shows we're making the road safer. We are saving lives. We're profitable. So we are generating revenue and we're profitable, and we're also well-funded. So back in 2019, we raised $500 million from SoftBank's Vision Fund. So we're in this unique position where we're generating revenue, we're profitable, we're well-funded. We work with some of the biggest brands in the world. So our customers are, 21 of the top 25 insurance companies in the world. We work with some of the top automakers and OEMs in the world. We work with some of the top gig economy companies. So think of food delivery or ride sharing. These are all our customers, and our products are actually used by millions of people all around the world on a monthly basis. So we sort of, I don't know of another company that's in a position that we are at the stage that we're at, this sort of doing good for the world, making money, and hiring great people. So yeah, I think we're unique in all of those areas.